big sheet of rippled galvanized metal roofing I had left over from our porch project we did a while back. Anyway, these are still brand new, unused, you know, nice and shiny, which looks cool in the right circumstances, but sometimes you want it to look like it has a lot of age on it. So I'll show you a really simple way to get that look. So the secret sauce to make it happen is toilet bowl cleaner. So there's all kinds of different brands out there you can try. I grabbed a couple just to test them out and they both worked. First one here is Lysol. You can see it's a huge container, so you could do quite a bit of metal with it. I paid about $3 for that. Second brand I tried here is Zepp. I paid about $4 for this bottle. You can see they're calling theirs Acidic Toilet Bowl Cleaner, which is a terrible consumer product name. But anyway, I tried them both out. They both work. They actually look slightly different when it's all said and done, so I thought it'd be kind of cool to show you what they look like. All right, so when you're applying it, you can put it on different ways. You could use just a cheap little chip brush if you wanted. You could use old rags. You could even use steel wool. Cool thing about steel wool is there's another effect you can get with it. And you want to be extra careful when you're using this stuff since it is going to react. So go ahead, wear some rubber gloves, maybe even some goggles, and then do it outside so you're not breathing in the fumes. So I'll take all this outside and I'll show you what it does. Okay, so I'll kind of show you how I'm running my little experiment here. You can see I have 2 rows. This is going to be all Lysol. This will be all Zepp. I'm using steel wool, wearing my gloves. My plan is to put 1 coat on all of these. All right, I'm gonna let it dry for 30 minutes and then you rinse it off. All right. Then what I'll do is on these 2, I'll put a 2nd coat and I'll let it sit for 30 minutes and I'll rinse it off. And on this 3rd set here, it'll just have the 1 coat, but what I'm gonna do is shred some of the steel wool on there and let it sit, and I'll show you what happens. So let me put it on. It's really simple. It's pretty cool how it works. Okay, so here are the results of this little experiment. So this is the control piece that was just left alone. It's still nice and shiny, like new galvanized metal. All right, we have Lysol up top, Zepp down here at the bottom. This is with the first coat. You can see it got a cool gray patina to it, and it's not quite as shiny. Seems like maybe the Lysol is just a little bit darker. Just 1 coat after half an hour. Okay, here they are with 2 coats. You can see they turned into like a medium gray, and it's shine really dull down here. And that looks like really, really old galvanized metal right there. And it seems like here, the Zepp ended up getting a little darker. So I don't know if it was just saturated more or what, but it's kind of cool. All right, here they are with the single coat, but then also the saturated steel wool where it turned them to black spots. So that's pretty cool. And that's why I said you could kind of lay them in areas. Mine don't really look natural, but if you kind of were a little picky about it, you could make it look really cool. Have a pretty cool little pattern going on. But that's interesting that it would just eat through the finish and turn it black like that. And then I said that last night I tested and I let it sit overnight, and you can see how it rusted. So it actually ate right through the galvanized coating to the raw metal and then turned rusty. So if you just let it sit, soaked with you know, rags or steel wool or whatever long enough, it will actually turn rusty and look like really, really old stuff. Now here's something else that's pretty interesting. All right, so this is the test from yesterday. This is raw right here, left alone. This is a single coat. This is 2 coats, and I believe this one was Lysol. So look how much darker it got than even those right there. So that's pretty cool. And then this one right here, check that out. I mean, it's almost black. That is super dark gray. So we have the raw left alone right here. This is a single coat, and that is the 2 coats of Zepp. And I'm thinking I probably left it longer than half an hour. I don't remember how long. It wouldn't have been more than an hour though. And they got super dark gray, so that's pretty cool. One more thing I want to point out. Check out right here. I tested this first coat by actually soaking a paper towel and just laying it on there. All right, and it left a texture. So that's pretty cool. That gave me an idea that you could lay on paper towels, burlap, lace, something like that, and get a really cool texture as you're also adding patina to that galvanized metal. So that's really cool. And just check out how dark that is. I mean, that is really cool. So anyway, that is just a really simple trick to make new galvanized metal look like really old.